July 15th, 2020, a Twitter employee picks up his phone. The caller claims to be from the company's IT department. VPN issues, he explains. Happens all the time. The employee types his username, enters his password, confirms the login. The caller thanks him and hangs up. But that voice belongs to a 17-year-old sitting in a Tampa bedroom. A diamond Rolex on his wrist, a white BMW in his driveway, a gaming setup glowing behind him. His name is Graham Yvonne Clark. Over the next 24 hours, he will hijack the accounts of Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Kanye West, even Apple and Uber. He will broadcast a crypto scam to hundreds of millions. He will watch Bitcoin flood into his wallet. How did a teenager from Florida pull off the biggest hack in Twitter's history? 2016, Tampa, Florida. A 13-year-old sits alone in his bedroom. His name is Graham Ivan Clark. A computer screen lights up his face. Minecraft runs on the monitor. Graham plays in hardcore mode. One death ends everything. He records himself playing and uploads the videos to YouTube under the name Opin. In these videos, he mentions being homeschooled. He talks about having few friends. His parents divorced when he was 7. His mother raises him and his sister alone. Minecraft becomes his universe, a place where real life fades away, a world he controls completely. But Graham grows bored with just playing. He wants more and starts selling rare Minecraft skins and unique usernames to other players. There is just one problem. Graham collects the money. Then he disappears. He keeps the cash. The buyers receive absolutely nothing. By 2017, Graham claims he earns $5,000 every month through these scams. He is 14 years old. Small-time Minecraft hustles satisfy him for a while. Then he discovers something bigger. 2018, Graham stumbles onto a website called OG Users. This forum operates in the shadows of the internet. Users buy and sell rare online handles, short usernames, clean Twitter accounts, stolen gaming profiles. Hackers and scammers fill every thread. Graham creates an account. Username, Graham. He lasts exactly 4 days before moderators ban him. Same old story. He took money and delivered nothing. But those 4 days change everything. Graham discovers a technique that will transform his entire operation: SIM swapping. Here is how SIM swapping works. Every phone number connects to a tiny chip called a SIM card. When you lose your phone, your carrier can transfer that number to a new SIM. All you need is some identification. Scammers exploit this system. They call mobile carriers. They pretend to be someone else. They convince customer service representatives to transfer the victim's phone number to a SIM card they control. Once they own your phone number, they own everything connected to it. Think about two-factor authentication. You log into your bank. The bank sends a code to your phone. You enter the code. Access granted. But what happens when a scammer controls your phone number? That code goes straight to them. They click Forgot Password on every account linked to your email. Reset codes arrive on their phone. Within minutes, they control your email, your bank accounts, your cryptocurrency wallets, everything. Tech investor Greg Bennett learned this the hard way. Someone walked into an AT&T store in Boston, claimed to be Greg Bennett, showed fake identification, asked to transfer the phone number to a new SIM. The store employee helped without question. The next day, Bennett sat at home in Seattle. His phone stopped working, no signal and connection. While he called AT&T trying to understand what happened, scammers already drained his cryptocurrency wallet. 164 Bitcoin vanished, worth around $856,000 at the time, worth over $10 million today. Authorities recovered 100 Bitcoin. 64 remain missing forever. Investigators traced the attack to a teenage hacker with an accomplice. The suspect was still a minor. During the scam, Bennett received a threatening message. It was signed with one word, Scrim, one of Graham Ivan Clark's known online aliases. The New York Times later reported additional evidence linking Graham to this attack. Shortly after, Graham's lifestyle transformed completely. He moved into his own apartment, bought a white BMW. He strapped a diamond-covered Rolex to his wrist, all before his 18th birthday. And Graham was just warming up. Early July 2020, Graham sits in front of his computer in Tampa. He has a new plan, a bigger plan. Forums like OG users prove that rare Twitter handles sell for thousands of dollars. Celebrities, single words, short names. Buyers pay serious money for the right username. Most hackers target individual accounts. They phish passwords and SIM swap phone numbers. They work one victim at a time. Graham thinks differently. Why chase individual accounts when you can control the entire system? He decides to attack Twitter from the inside. Graham adopts a new online identity for this mission. He calls himself Kirk, like Captain Kirk from Star Trek, a commander leading his crew into unknown territory. Step 1. Reconnaissance. Graham spends weeks researching. He crawls through LinkedIn profiles, identifies Twitter employees, and collects phone numbers, email addresses, any information that might prove useful. Step 2. Assemble a crew. Graham reaches out to a contact on Discord. Username, LOL. Graham tells LOL he works inside Twitter. He has access to internal systems. He can take over any account. LOL agrees to help sell whatever Graham acquires. Over the next few hours, more people join. The crew grows to at least 5 members. Step 3. Break inside. Graham picks up his phone. Time to become someone else. Graham dials Twitter employees one after another. He introduces himself as Eric from the IT help desk. VPN issues, he explains. Happening to everyone lately. He sounds confident, professional, bored even, like someone who makes these calls all day. Some employees grow suspicious. A few report the strange calls to Twitter's fraud monitoring team. But one employee believes every word. He stays on the line. He trusts the voice on the other end. Graham sends a link, a fake login page that looks exactly like Twitter's real VPN portal. The employee enters his username, his password. Graham captures both instantly. He enters the same credentials into Twitter's actual system. The two-factor authentication prompt appears. Graham triggers it. A code flies to the employee's phone. The employee enters it into the fake page, thinking he just fixed his VPN. Graham copies the code, enters it into the real system. He is inside. Graham now operates through the employee's computer remotely. He explores Twitter's internal network, searches through files, reads internal messages, looks for anything useful. One problem emerges quickly. This particular employee lacks the right permissions. Graham can see inside Twitter, but he cannot touch individual accounts. He needs deeper access. He keeps digging, internal messages, shared documents, system credentials. Hours pass. Then Graham finds exactly what he needs. Login details for someone in Twitter's legal department. Legal departments handle sensitive matters. Copyright claims, government requests, account disputes. They require deep system access. Graham uses the credentials. Suddenly, the entire platform opens before him. He can now reset the email address on any Twitter account, change any password, take control of any username. A 17-year-old kid from Tampa now holds the keys to every account on Twitter. Time to make money. Graham faces an immediate problem. His reputation on OG users is garbage. Everyone remembers his scams, his 4-day ban, his broken promises. Buyers will avoid him like a virus. He needs middlemen, dealers with solid reputations who can vouch for the merchandise. LOL has been on board since the beginning. Now 2 more join. The first recruit goes by Che Wan, a 19-year-old named Mason Shepard living on England's southern coast. Buyers on OG users respect him. The second recruit calls himself Rolex. 22-year-old Nima Fazeli from Orlando, Florida. He carries the same trusted reputation. Graham likely keeps them in the dark about the full operation. He tells them the same story he told LOL. He works for Twitter. He has insider access. Simple as that. Wednesday morning, Che Wan posts an advertisement on OG users. Any Twitter handle. $2,500 to $3,000. Bitcoin only. Serious buyers should message directly. Skip the small talk. Just drop the handle you want and make an offer. Negotiations flow through Discord. Graham sets prices. Che Wan and Rolex handle customers. Money moves in Bitcoin. One more person appears to join the operation. Username, Joe. Real name, Joseph O'Connor, British. 21 years old, experienced with SIM swapping, rumored to have been involved in an earlier hack targeting Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey himself. Joe posts something that confirms insider access, a screenshot of Twitter's internal admin tools, the actual dashboard employees use to manage accounts. Twitter takes down the post quickly, but the screenshot already spread, and Twitter's security team finally realizes the full scope of what is happening. Suspicious calls have piled up all morning. Strange login attempts flood their systems. Someone is deep inside their network, reading messages, accessing credentials, moving freely through their platform. The clock starts ticking. Twitter will eventually shut everything down. Graham knows this. He needs to accelerate. Time for step 4, the crypto scam. Mid-2020, the world is collapsing. The pandemic has crushed global markets. Stocks plummet. Cryptocurrency crashes alongside everything else. People are desperate, scared, looking for any opportunity to recover their losses. Graham sees opportunity. He creates a website, Crypto for Health. The promise is simple. Send Bitcoin to this wallet, receive double the amount back, instant returns, free money, a gift during hard times. Obviously a scam, but desperation makes people believe impossible things. Graham just needs to promote the website, and he has the most powerful promotional tool imaginable. He starts with cryptocurrency influencers, takes over their accounts, tweets links to Crypto for Health. The first tweet goes out from Angelo BTC. Then 10 more accounts fall, all well-known names in the crypto community. For 2 hours, Graham blasts tweets from big crypto companies, Binance, Gemini, Coinbase, Ripple, one after another. Then he escalates. 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, Graham stops using the website link. He begins tweeting his Bitcoin wallet address directly, raw. He wants maximum exposure. The crypto community is just the beginning. 4:17 p.m. Elon Musk's account posts a message to 37 million followers. In the spirit of pandemic relief, Elon wants to give back. Send Bitcoin, receive double. 1 hour only, 4:19 p.m. Bill Gates, 50 million followers, same message. Minutes later, Kanye West, 30 million followers. Then Jeff Bezos, Mr. Beast, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Kim Kardashian, Apple, Uber. Graham hijacks over 130 Twitter accounts. He blasts his scam from 45 of them. Hundreds of millions of people see these messages. Bitcoin starts flowing into Graham's wallet. Twitter's security team watches in horror. Their platform has become a weapon. The most trusted voices on Earth are broadcasting a cryptocurrency scam. World leaders, tech billionaires, entertainment icons, all compromised. They post a notice, security incident impacting accounts. Investigation underway. Updates coming soon. Graham posts. Twitter removes it. Graham posts again. Twitter removes it again. A desperate back and forth. Every minute that passes, more Bitcoin arrives. Most people recognize the scam immediately, but thousands fall for it anyway. The messages come from verified accounts, blue check marks, real names. Why would Barack Obama lie about a Bitcoin giveaway? Graham reposts from the same accounts multiple times, stretching the reach further, squeezing every possible dollar from the chaos. His final tweet goes out from Kim Kardashian's account. Meanwhile, Chaewon and Rolex continue selling usernames in the background. A few thousand here, a few thousand there. The smaller hustle continues even as the larger chaos unfolds. But Twitter is done playing defense. Wednesday evening, engineers make a drastic decision. They pull the plug on the entire platform. Core functionality shuts down across the board. Millions of verified accounts lose the ability to post anything. Password changes become impossible. Every account that changed its password in the previous 30 days gets locked out completely. Twitter is cutting off the attackers. Scorched earth. It works. Graham can no longer change passwords. He cannot sell usernames and cannot push his crypto scam. One by one, Twitter terminates every active VPN session. Every employee gets forced offline, including Graham. The hack ends. The damage is staggering. In the chaos, Twitter silenced more than just celebrities. News organizations lost access. The National Weather Service got locked out while trying to post tornado warnings. Emergency communications went dark. By late evening, most accounts start working again. But some stay offline for days. Elon Musk goes silent for 3 full days. Highly unusual for someone who tweets constantly. Across the Atlantic Ocean, Che-Wan wakes up to news coverage. For the first time, he likely understands the true scale of what happened. The others probably feel the same shock. LOL had grown suspicious of Graham earlier that day. Something felt wrong. The operation spiraled beyond what anyone expected. That night, Che-Wan sends Graham a disappointed message. More annoyed than sad, he says. Graham only made 20 Bitcoin. Reports suggest Graham walked away with around $180,000. Authorities moved quickly. They alerted major cryptocurrency platforms. Exchanges blocked the wallets tied to Graham. An estimated $1.5 million in additional planned transactions got frozen. The hunt for the attackers begins immediately. Tracing Che-Wan and Rolex takes almost no time. Investigators follow a simple trail. Their OG users' accounts link directly to email addresses. Those email addresses connect to cryptocurrency accounts used during the hack. IP addresses match perfectly. Digital breadcrumbs lead straight to their doors. Graham proves harder to track. His case gets sealed because he was a minor at the time. Court records stay locked away from public eyes. The exact methods investigators used to find him remain unknown. Whatever techniques led them to the teenage mastermind stay buried in classified files. But 2 weeks after the hack, authorities move. The announcement comes from Florida. Officials step in front of cameras. They reveal the names behind the screen handles. The first name announced is Mason Shepard. Online handle Che-Wan, 19 years old. From Bognor Regis in the United Kingdom. The young man who helped sell stolen Twitter handles now faces American justice. Next comes Nima Fazeli, known as Rolex Online, 22 years old, based in Orlando, Florida. Another middleman caught in the web. The third suspect remains unnamed. A minor protected by law. Authorities refuse to reveal his identity publicly, but everyone following the case knows exactly who he is. Graham's court hearing happens over Zoom because of pandemic restrictions. Courtrooms across America moved online during those strange months. Justice adapted to the new reality. But this particular hearing immediately collapses into chaos. Zoom bombers hijack the call. Random strangers flood into the virtual courtroom. They blast rap music through their microphones, stream explicit content across shared screens. The judge loses control of the proceedings. He ends the session abruptly. The hearing gets rescheduled for another day. Spring 2021. Graham finally receives his sentence. 3 years in a juvenile detention facility. The judge takes his cooperation into account. His 229 days of pretrial detention count toward the total sentence. More than 7 months already served while awaiting judgment. Graham cooperated fully with authorities throughout the investigation. He answered their questions, provided information about the operation. This cooperation spared him from adult charges that could have meant decades in federal prison. Instead of growing old behind bars, he faced a shorter path through the juvenile system. February 1923. Graham walks free. He is released from detention and begins 3 years of probation, a convicted felon before his 20th birthday. His future forever marked by those 24 hours in July 2020. Nima Fazeli's outcome remains murky. Court records paint an unclear picture. Some reports mention 3 years in prison. Others suggest ongoing negotiations or a possible plea deal. The full truth stays hidden somewhere between headlines. Mason Shepard still lives in the United Kingdom. According to the BBC, he was never arrested or extradited to America. British authorities left him untouched. If he ever faces trial in the United States, he risks up to 20 years behind bars. For now, he remains free on English soil. Joseph O'Connor was arrested in Spain 1 year after the hack. He received a 5-year sentence, though reportedly the conviction relates to earlier crimes rather than the Twitter incident directly. He claims his only involvement was purchasing a handle for $10,000. A buyer, he insists, nothing more. LOL was never caught. The mysterious figure who helped Graham from the beginning vanished completely. No arrest, charges, and identity revealed. Whoever LOL truly is remains a ghost in the digital shadows. Graham Von Clark was the mastermind behind everything, but he was far from a technical genius. The foundation of this entire attack was social engineering, human manipulation, convincing a Twitter employee that a fake IT call was real, persuading him to enter credentials into a fake login page. Basic phishing tactics that have existed for decades. Graham taught himself everything through trial and error. Minecraft scams, SIM swapping, social engineering. Each scheme built skills for the next one. With surprisingly basic techniques, he managed to hijack accounts belonging to world leaders, billionaires, and corporations. He broadcast a scam to hundreds of millions of people. He collected money from thousands of victims. Had authorities moved slower, the damage could have been catastrophic. His messages reached a global audience instantly. Every tweet came from a trusted, verified source. Graham held something incredibly dangerous in his hands for those few hours. Massive reach on a platform that shapes public opinion worldwide. He could have posted false news about markets, fake statements about wars, fabricated announcements that moved elections. He chose to run a simple Bitcoin scam. The next person might choose something far worse. Twitter eventually recovered. The platform implemented stronger security measures. Two-factor authentication requirements tightened. Internal access protocols improved. But the fundamental vulnerability remains. Social media platforms depend on human employees. Humans can be tricked, manipulated, convinced to trust the wrong voice on the phone. Graham Ivan Clark is free today, a convicted felon before his 20th birthday. His entire scheme lasted roughly 24 hours, and it changed how the world thinks about social media security forever.